Hi everyone, my name is Lindsay Shutter and this is my Buzzfeed project. To start off, these are the analytics of my article. As you can see, my article did not reach exactly 1,000 views, but it was pretty close. After thinking about it, I could have probably done a better job of choosing a more interesting topic that would catch more people's attention rather than just my small target market that I had. The reason why I wanted to create this product, my article, was because I had just recently been to Arizona over spring break and I wanted to share my experience with other travel enthusiasts. My target markets that I really focused on was both men and women, but specifically people who love to travel and want exciting adventures. I thought this would be perfect for most people since traveling is opening back up again and people are wanting to travel again. My article is called Bucket List Experiences You Won't Want to Miss Out on When Visiting Arizona. I figured that with this title name, I would gain a lot of views considering so many people want to check items off of their bucket list, especially after being locked in our houses from COVID. This next slide is my outreach plan. I used strategic planning to design how I was going to market my product to the social media world. I went and found different groups that specifically related to what my product had to offer, also known as my target markets. I later then went and followed, direct messaged, and commented on recent posts with my article link to try and gain maximum views. To dive further into this experience, I used a lot of the 4 Ps. As I have already discussed, I made a product. My product was the Buzzfeed article that I created. This didn't seem as hard as I thought it would be. Coming up with my own product was fun and quite easy, but I think that it was because my product specifically interested me and I needed to do a better job of thinking of the bigger picture. The next P that I used was place. The places that I used to market my product was Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I thought using these places was going to be a lot more successful than the outcome of my project had shown. I should have done a better job of researching different places to market my product to, and I should have spent more time finding smaller groups with the larger social media platforms that I used to reach an even tighter, more specific target market. One of my places that I used, Facebook, did surprisingly well. I think I got most of my social media views from Facebook, not counting the personal platforms I used with friends and family. One thing that did go wrong with Facebook, however, was the fact that I got put in Facebook jail. Basically, what had happened was I was commenting and posting too much of the same thing at one time, and Facebook restricted me from posting anymore. Instagram was a lot harder than I expected, too. I forgot that I wasn't able to post the link to my Instagram story because I don't have enough followers, so I had to put it in my bio, which led to less views because not everyone was going to take the time to go to my account and actually click the link in my bio. Twitter was just how I expected. I had to frequently retweet my tweet of my article to make it be recent on everyone's feed, or else it would be at the very bottom. Overall, I needed to find another platform that was going to help me out. I was lucky to have a lot of family that I could text and a whole sorority of friends that I messaged to help gain views, which was very helpful and successful. Looking back at the views once again, I had almost reached 1,000, but like I said, I should have done more research at the beginning as well as finding another platform to market to that would have given me more views. The next P I used was promotion. This was probably the hardest part of this project. I know how to work social media, and I thought that using bigger platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter would have given me a lot of views considering that everyone uses them. However, I had to adjust quickly during my campaign by discovering that it takes a lot more than just posting on social media to gain views. It was more than just pressing post, but taking the time to be interactive with the accounts and staying persistent with getting my product noticed. Marketing this product was more than just promotion and advertising, but also public relations and using personal selling by communications. The last P of the 4 Ps is price. However, it didn't cost any money to create or post my product besides my time. This next slide is my full article. So when I first launched my article to the public, my product began its own product life cycle. I had heavily promoted 2 times. While I did so in between and after those 2 times, I really drove it hard on 2 specific days. The first day I had launched my article was known to be at the introductory stage of the product life cycle. It was easy to gain a lot of views because it was new and nobody had to buy anything to access my product. Next, at the growth stage, this was when I was starting to see the most views and reaches towards my article. The second time I had marketed hard was on the 5th day. From the first time to the 5th day was my major growth period. I had my article out there for a while and people were seeing it marketed more than once, allowing them to be more persuaded and influenced to click my link to the product than before. At the maturity stage was when I knew I had hit my peak. This was when I was getting less and less views, and most of the people that I was connected with on social media had already seen my article. The last stage of the product life cycle, the decline stage, was these last couple of days leading up to the end of my campaign. To be quite honest, I hadn't gained any further views these past days, but I wanted to keep my article up to see if there was any lost viewers. The biggest takeaway that I have from this process of creating a project and marketing my campaign is knowing how to adjust, have backup plans, and to see the bigger picture. Thank y'all for listening.